Joining me now on a Fox Business exclusive is former NSA hacker, the founder and CEO of information security consulting company TrustedSec, David Kennedy. David, it's great to have you here.
Yeah, thanks so much for having me on today. Really appreciate it.
Your reaction to this increased chatter, if you will, from intelligence sources, and of course that statement from the FBI, they're worried about energy companies. Are you worried?
We're definitely at a heightened alert right now, and a number of companies are taking this as a very credible threat. Russia, is going to be looking at how can they impact the United States and its Western allies' perspective and make, some sort of pain or adjustment in political stance geopolitically, and cyber is one of those methods that Russia uses very heavily. So there is definitely a large cause for concern, and we are seeing exploratory methods of Russia going out and reaching out to you, as you mentioned, these 5 energy companies as well as other industry verticals. Logistics is another key concern. Logistics, supply chain, financial, and our critical infrastructure are some of the most least secure, as well as some of the most vulnerable areas that we have that we're paying some very quick attention to right now.
Most of the hacks, Russian hacks, that we've reported on and covered through the last several years have been financial attacks. But this is different. If Russia were to come after U.S. companies or, say, power grids, it wouldn't be for financial gain. This would be for harm. Wouldn't that mean that these cyber attacks would be more devastating to the United States?
Yeah, when you're talking about going after critical infrastructure, and that's, water treatment facilities, energy production, our normal way of life, it could definitely have a catastrophic effect. In fact, it could even have an impact of loss of life. And I think that's what everybody's super concerned about right now. And our critical infrastructure is extremely vulnerable. You're talking ancient technology that is very hard to upgrade. It's very hard to defend against. And it's an area that we've known for a number of years that is vulnerable, but it's going to take 15, 20, if not more years to actually secure our critical infrastructure. So, it's one of those things that is very vulnerable, and, we're extremely concerned about it and could have a major impact on our way of life here in the United States. And that's why, you look at both defensive measures that, President Biden came in yesterday and said about, but also our offensive capabilities. How can we hit Russia back very quickly from a cyber capabilities perspective and inflict equal or, more greater amount of damage on them from a cyber perspective to shut those down. So there's a lot of things going on right now that are cause for concern, and heightened escalation, especially in the cyber arena, is never a good thing.
Let me ask you about this. Counterattack. We know that Russia has some pretty savvy hackers under their purview. But don't we as well in this country? Can't we fight back?
We absolutely can, and we absolutely do. Those are the things that the United States is absolutely preparing for and has been preparing for a number of years. We always look at military preparedness. How can we impact our adversary in a negative way to inflict, catastrophic damage from a cyber warfare perspective, shut down military communications, shut down their overall communications, financial sector, cripple whatever we possibly can. So if we did see a massive offensive here from Russia to the United States, we would absolutely see a counteroffensive occur from our folks here, our hackers here, the various intelligence agencies also going after Russia in a number of ways. We also have Cyber Command, which is a direct extension of our military that are also very capable at launching offensive capabilities as well as defensive measures as well. This is an interesting arena, and it would be the first that we would ever see 2 nation states really going at it from a true cyber warfare perspective versus actually just hacking into individual companies or intellectual property theft or things like that, anything like that. It'd be a really interesting thing to see.
Well, hopefully it doesn't come to that. And I'm assuming that Vladimir Putin knows the risk is pretty high to wage that type of cyber war, if you will, on the United States. Right now, his eyes are on Ukraine. We hope it doesn't go further. David Kennedy. David, thank you very much for your time.
Thank you so much. Appreciate it.